Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BS Meditations. Today, I'd like to share a video that had a real impact on my own spoon bending practice. The original video was created by Jamie Butler, the Everyday Medium, and was first published on the 30th of March, 2020, after watching many different demonstrations and practicing several techniques over the years. I found that her practical approach was one of the most effective resources I've come across. The only experience that had a greater impact on my own spoon bending journey was the outstanding spoon bending workshop at the Monroe Institute, taught by the wonderful Maya Gray and Luca Biotti. Jamie's video comes remarkably close, and that's exactly why I wanted to share it with you. To make it easier to follow, I've created a shortened version of the original presentation. I've removed some of the off-topic moments, repeated explanations, and breaks in the flow, so the focus stays on the actual spoon bending techniques and exercises. All credit for the teaching belongs to Jamie Butler. If you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to visit her YouTube channel and support her original work. Whether you're simply curious about psychokinesis, exploring consciousness, or practicing spoon bending yourself, I hope this edited version helps you as much as it helped me. Enjoy the video.
Here is my fair warning. Listen, when you know how to do this, your kitchen becomes a playground, and you might end up not having any more spoons in your kitchen because they'll all turn out like this. So you gotta have some control over your excitement and stop bending spoons when you know how to bend them. So why a spoon, Jamie? Why? 'Cause, Lumineers, it's not as dangerous. You can't poke yourself with it. So please don't start with butter knives, sharp knives, or forks at this time. Start with a spoon. When you have some extra spoons, like mismatched, go ahead and get them and lay them out in front of you. Run your hands over them out of the secondary chakra in my hand and holding it over fruit and feeling which one kind of gave me that boost that I want to go home with you, or please pick me and eat me. Well, that's the one. I put it in my cart and this is what you're going to do. For me, this one. This one wants to bend. So once you find your instrument, this is what we're going to do. We're first going to address the truth of what this spoon really is. There is more empty space in this spoon than there is matter. So we're going to tweak your belief system on what a solid matter is and get you to acknowledge that there's empty space inside of the spoon on like a subatomic level, right? There's tons of space in between the protons and the neutrons and all of like the molecules in there. There's tons of elbow room and space. So we're going to kind of call that forward and we're going to collect it in the sweet spot. And how you find the sweet spot is you take your thumb and your pointer finger, start at the bottom of whatever your instrument is, please say it's a spoon, and you're going to go up and down because there's a spot in there that's going to heat up more than any other spot. It's normally around the balance point in the spoon. How's that? That's my sweet spot right there. So I know that that's where I'm going to put my mental focus and that belief system that spoon, more empty space. So now I'm just going to work on it and you're going to rub it. So for some of you that are really, really heady, the next step for you is get out of your head. So how do you do that? Sometimes you can do these things called mantras and chants. It's super uncomfortable when you're with a group of friends and you are a heady person and the teacher is like, everybody, let's chant. Bend, 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 bend. And you chant and you chant and you chant. And then finally, like, you surrender. You're like, well, everybody's doing it. And now she's asking us to get loud. So I'm just going to get loud. Bend, bend, bend. And then all of a sudden the teacher's like, and bend it. And you go to move it and the spoon goes, whoop. So when you're bending, it's actually a manipulation of the metal. And the metal gets soft. So it's not like air. It doesn't, for me, melt all on its own, but it does get really pliable. It's like moving a stick of room temperature butter. It's not going to move by itself, but if I apply a little bit of tension, then it's just going to go whoop and, be malleable. So you have that one spot. It's normally right where the balance point is, and you're rubbing it. For those of you who aren't heady, you can now get into like a quick meditative state. And what you are going to imagine is bringing in light or energy through the top side of your head here. That's where your crown chakra is, which is the size of a golf ball. Looks just like that. Bring it down into the heart, and you're going to imagine building it in your heart, like this big love project. I love this spoon so much. Oh my God, you're going to collect it, you're going to collect it. And then you're going to start taking nice deep breaths. And you're going to hold them a little bit longer and release. You're going to hold a little bit longer. And then one breath when you just let it all out, like a this light that you've stored in your chest, you're going to run it down your arms. You're going to run it down your arms and out your hands. So you've been rubbing your spoon for a little while. You're going to feel that it's warm. So if you move your fingers down a little bit further, it's cooler, cooler, cooler. And now when you get here, it's a little bit warmer. Okay. So we're not going to apply force. This is not brute force. Like I said, it's like a softening of butter. And so you're just going to move it. If I pay attention to what I'm doing and I see it happen, it freezes up on me and it all quits. It's like my brain goes, ooh, look at that pretty thing. Bam, it's over. So I have to like talk and think of other things, and then I can get it to where I can wrap it around a few times. But as soon as I pay attention, it's all over, and I might just get one bend. So I'm going to try to talk to you. Once it's warm, you can go back and forth, and you can feel it soft. See how it's got almost bending already? It's got like a bounce in it almost. Let's see if I can tell you something. Oh, I went to Disney World before it shut down. It was so much fun, especially all the Star Wars stuff. A little known fact, I am a Star Wars geek. I mean, I don't know all the names to the characters, but I really enjoy the movie. I love Princess Leia, and I love that R2-D2 and the what's his name? Somebody type it in for me. The cute little red, orange one and white one that has a ball and he has a little round head. Oh my God, it's so ready to bend. Okay, don't pay attention. You might be different. You might be like totally able to pay attention and it won't be anything for you. But as soon as I pay attention, it's over. It's over. Hi. Don't pay attention. So now when you feel it, it's super hot. It's super hot. Dang. It's like I cooked it. Can take down the puffiness in my eyes. So one thing that you can look at, if your hands have, let's see, I'll try to show you in a different way. This time I'm not going to put energy into it or call the energy or emptiness out to the surface. And you can tell in this one, like I was moving my arms and I was shaping it, but I wasn't applying brute force. It was willingness. It moved. It was, I don't know how to call it, soft is what it is. So, you look at your hands, no lines, no marks, no redness. But like if you're applying, this is me not doing energy. Okay. See the marks on my fingers? Brute force. When you're doing it with energy, ow. Brute force. When you're doing it with energy, your hands will stay the same. So you want to keep a very soft touch as you're doing this. Look, it's kind of reusable. Spoons. To bend them. Find the spot. If you're heady, chant. Get a mantra in, get a deep tone, bend, 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 bend. And then play around with it for a little bit. Like this one's not ready to bend yet. It'll get soft and springy. For those of you who are working with energy, control your breath, bring in the light to your heart, breathe out one solid breath, feel it rush down your arms and into the location right there where your sweet spot is. And then when you apply it, it's not ready to go. When you do it, it'll just give way and be soft. And then when you can, you just roll it on top of each other. That is it, really. There's no more magic to it. It's getting over the hump of your belief system that this is super solid and that there is a lot more empty space in the spoon than there is matter. Go buy the silverware that you're going to bend because when you get good at this, it is fun. You can make some chimes and some artwork out of it. What about bending with your mind? Yes, you can bend with your mind. For me, I've only had one experience in my 30 years of practice of bending something mentally and using the energy out of my hands. And that was with a, oh my God, what's that called? Paperclip. A little paperclip that I had morphed on my table, and I had spent days working with it and connecting to it. You can do this. There are two styles of bending spoons. Uri Geller is one where he would take and he would do this and he would bend and melt. But in a lot of research, we found that this is kind of magician-like and not a true to life spoon bending. But there are several other physical mediums who do alter the state of metals, computers, electricity around them, and stuff like this does happen mentally without touch whatsoever. So the type of spoon bending that I do is softening with energy and then guiding it and shaping it, whereas you would have to use brute force, but when you're using energy, you're just using, I don't know, it's guidance, really. It's not force. What's a good mantra? Besides bend, I love the mantra, I am light, I am the light. I will ask if you have candles ready, because we can do a candle exercise and practice monotasking, monothinking, and we'll use these mantras while focusing on the flame. Have a candle ready, and then you can practice the I am the light mantra, and you can use that and release that into the spoon. It's about to get real, because you know what? You can bend a spoon. You can. All of this energy talk that we do together, one way, whatever it is, and how to see energy, what we did yesterday. All of this, to me, is natural. It is not surreal. It's not just a gift that you come across. It's just a natural ability that we have. So for me, doing this with you, I'm like a little like mama that comes in there and is like, honey, wake up, remember you can do this stuff. Look at this, get up. And then like your little brains wake up and realize that they've been controlling everything that they didn't need to, and they release. You follow your emotions more, you're cycling energy, and you're realizing the phenomena and the paranormal that's around you, and it's beautiful. A quote from The Matrix, there is no spoon. Oh, Cora, you just nailed it. There is no spoon. It's very true. I felt it get hot, and then it snapped. That can happen. I have a few broken pieces here somewhere. But yeah, that metal can go right in half. So in a nutshell, Leo says, how do you harness your own internal energy? There are certain bandha locks that you can do, and this is a yogic style of tension holding or certain muscle holding, so you can contain your energy within your body. So prana work, breath work is the place to be, Leo. What you want to do is to make a better connection to your energetic body is to first understand that you have an energetic body, and where does it move? We know we have these 7 chakras. I kind of talk about them a lot, but these clown buttons that we have. But we also have highways and byways. We have conception vessel, governing vessel, we have meridians, we have secondary chakras, and the list kind of goes on. And all of these systems work together, just like your heartbeat, just like your respiratory system, circulatory system, digestive system, they all merge together. So we have different layers of energetic body. So our breath work and our muscles can create blocks of containment, so where you can kind of hold. So at the base of your spine, you have a perineum muscle. So for women, it's like a Kegel exercise, and for men, it's like squeezing so you don't poop in your pants. That's as plain as I can say it. You want to squeeze that. You want to be upright and straight, because when you slouch and you curl, you're contracting, you're blocking the flow of energy. So good posture and being upright works well. If you're having a hard time with this, I would first suggest sitting against a wall or standing against a wall. So when you breathe in, you're going to contract the bottom without tightening your glute muscle. Glute muscle stays soft. This is strictly just the muscle, the perineum, right at the base of the spine. You breathe in, and then you want to take your tongue, the tip of your tongue, and connect it right behind your two front teeth and the roof of your mouth. Yeah. That's the Huyen position, and it traps the energy from going out the top of your head. I can lower my chair now. Out the top of your head, and holds it from going into the legs and into the earth. So you're kind of uprooting yourself and containing yourself. So now the energy is going to cycle here, and it will build, and it will build, and this is how you can harness it. This is one way you can harness it. So then when you release breath, prana, breath work, really, really connected to how you shift and move energy. So when we do shallow breath, when we get fearful or scared, energy doesn't move a lot. It gets very still and stagnant. When we're running and we're exhausted and we're like, we're really trying to catch our breath, that was a great run. Energy all around you is vibrant. It's like rushing and moving, and it shows in your heart rate as well. So when we trap it, we're letting it build. And then with breath out, we release everything, and you can release it into bending a spoon. You could release it into healing someone, doing an abundant amount of energy release for somebody else to help heal themselves. You can do it, for all kinds of reasons. Your MacBook, when it's not starting up properly, when your phone is dead and not charged properly, you can give it your energy, harness it, and lo and behold, you will gain some more bars on your phone. I've seen it time and time again. I do it, but the only other thing, Leo, that needs to be in place is this sucker. Guys, this is the thing that can hold you back. So we gotta jump over our belief systems and let the possibility of doing something new that you might not understand to begin with, but at least to have an experience with. If you can have an experience with something new, you can start to build a trust with it. Can it be any type of metal spoon? Yes, it could be a silver spoon. I've bent a few of the nice ones like that, but I try not to because they're gorgeous. But yes, any metal is fine. It's usually steel, stainless steel. Great. Think happy thoughts. Choose to be high vibrational. It is a lumiplane, similar to a discipline, but you have a good time doing it. And remember, all of this is not woo-woo. It's true, and now you have some time to get into it and play with it.